Let's do it.
Yo, what's going on?
Are you surprised I let him start? Go for it, mate.
Go on, bro. It's this is you're right. You're not on death's door anymore after prep, so
Good,
you
good,
just go
good,
for it,
good.
son.
Let's go. Yo, 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 what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Progress Over Perfection podcast. We have had a hiatus. We've been busy. I've been in prep. I've been suffering. And Louis's been busy with recovery and doing all the things that he probably shouldn't be doing with his arm. But there's been huge progress, so I guess it paid off, right?
Yep. We're back to full range of motion. We're good.
There we go. How's it feel to
So,
be back?
do you know what? It's a relief, to be honest, bro. It's a relief. So, like, I was still training, obviously, like we said on the other poddies, and I think that's helped me keep mass. To be honest, I haven't really lost too much weight or too much muscle mass, just because the neural pathways, which we can get into that another time, it's completely different. But yeah, obviously peptides throughout recovery process have helped massively. Obviously, cut the recovery time pretty much in half. So I was out of a sling in 6 and a bit weeks when I meant to be in a sling for 12. And obviously just over the last couple of weeks, just started pushing weight through it. And yeah, slowly but surely getting back
You,
to it.
you say pushing weight for it. Didn't you say on like 3.5 plates on the Smith? Did you say? No,
No, 3.5 plates on a flat chest press. Yeah.
so you're more than pushing, just pushing weight for it. So
Yeah,
he's
it's a
back
little
and
bit
he's
of weight. It's a
firing.
little it's a little bit of weight. It's nothing
Yeah. What's
nothing
happened to
massive.
like body weight in terms of
Body weight hasn't really moved much, to be honest. Obviously, body composition's changed slightly just because I wasn't obviously come from being on prep
hmm.
to obviously
But it would have changed even
not
without.
yeah yeah I ate pretty much what I wanted, but obviously I still kept it rather clean. And obviously now I'm just a lot fluffier.
Mhm.
I do 20 minutes cardio a day now. I'm not doing an hour, so
Yeah. So all
uh,
those changes, like even without the training, your arm, you would have had a different composition and stuff anyway.
yeah. So like I say, with composition of my arm, I've probably lost maybe a quarter of an inch on my arm.
Mm.
So in the grand scheme of things, like whereas when people break their arm, they keep it in a cast and they don't train at all, and obviously you come out and you've got absolutely massive attrition in the muscle where you pretty much go to nothing.
Yeah.
Obviously, I found a few studies that obviously said if you train unilaterally on one side of your body, obviously neural pathways would dictate that you don't lose too much mass. And I did think it would be a load of bullshit, to be honest, but
Mate, this
I'm
does not
proof
make
it
sense to
worked.
me. Guys, what you're saying is basically, is it your left arm that's injured, right?
Yeah, it was my left side. Yeah,
So he's been training in the gym with his right arm only, and scientifically that's proven to keep tissue in his left arm also, which is it seems weird. It just doesn't seem right, but the proof
it
is in
doesn't.
it.
Yeah, I found I got sent a study by one of the guys, Mike. Um, he sent me this study, and they casted 28 people with their non-dominant arm into a cast. They had 14 trained and 14 didn't. The 14 who didn't had over 25% wastage on their non-dominant arm, the one that was casted, and on their dominant arm they had something like 17 or 18%. Whereas the people who were casted and they trained unilaterally had something like 6% attrition on their casted arm and nothing from their obviously
Okay.
working arm. So there is a minute bit of wastage, but obviously it helps massively.
It helps massively because of what we do as a I don't know, call it a job, a hobby. We compete quite simply. So to keep, that 6%, only 6%, and not be 25%, you're 19% of where you would have been away. That makes sense. So obviously for a normal person, it wouldn't really make much difference because they don't have like a timeline as such to be fully balanced, symmetrical, and back on stage to be quite simply judged for how you look. So yeah, we have to do whatever it takes to be as close to the goal as possible.
How are you feeling after prep and shows?
Um, I won't go into it too much because I know no one's here to listen to our prep stuff. But obviously, I went to Poland, kind of messed up the last little bit, but it's bodybuilding. Like, I missed the peak. I'll just say it. So I ended up flat on stage. We discussed that last time, didn't we? Flat and full. But quite simply, even if I was where I was, hour or two before, like people would have seen me in the lift and the pictures. I look quite good before, but I'm not big enough to be winning shows. Not consistently, not every show, because a lot of guys, struggle to make their weight cap. So that just quite simply shows they are a lot bigger than me. I'm weighing in 4.5 kilos under my cap in clothes with food in me.
Yeah, that's so you're
So,
looking at maybe 5, 6 kilos.
and I probably could be lean. I definitely can be leaner. So that's at least a kilo or two extra. So that at least 6, 7 kilos, eight maybe, to be
Yeah,
absolutely skinned.
that's big
So then how am I going to win? So I can't quite justify the time, effort, suffering to
to do more
maybe
shows.
be in the mix. Yeah. I know
Yeah,
it's cool to be a top five and whatever, but at the end of the day, pro, not pro, whatever it is we do, like I'm
mm.
not really here to just, I don't know what you call it. It's not
Take
grassroots
part.
football anymore. Yeah, I'm not here to
Yeah,
take
you're
part.
in there to take part. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not here for that. I've done that long enough, and I'm all for it. And people earlier in their bodybuilding career and whatever it is, that's great, and I'm all for that. But I've gone past that 30 shows ago now. I'm about 30, 35 in now. So it's like, you know what? I'm not invested all this money and time. And I also noticed I had a lot of stress because I had 3 clients on stage the Sunday, one in the States on the Saturday. So I had an alarm at 2 o'clock Sunday morning for someone in the
yeah,
States to make sure she's sorted. I got three on stage Sunday, near enough when I'm on stage. So I'm backstage pumping up, checking my phone, like, are these guys good? Are they all sorted? Do they
yeah,
have what they need? So it's poor on my part because I should have scheduled things better in terms of like when I do my shows. But we live, we learn, we move. And I think I've said it on Instagram, but I think coaching. Before when you were a bit younger, it's like I'm an athlete first. I had other jobs. I was a teacher. I was
yeah,
doing
yeah,
whatever, whatever. Like, so athlete, yep, that's me. But now coaching is the most important thing. That's why we're here. We're discussing,
yeah,
the world of fitness. So me coaching is just an extra. And to be honest, when you actually sit down and think about it, coaching allows me to bodybuild
yeah. Very true.
financially. You know what I mean?
Of
So,
course.
so if I don't do that properly, everything's gonna go skew if. So. But anyway, less bodybuilding, less gym,
Yeah,
less.
let's move on to what you ate after your bodybuilding show. Seeing as
Oh,
we're all about
mate.
progress over perfection, what did you eat after, and how was it?
Okay, so the show was so early, so I think we finished about one or two. So I was like, cool, let's be honest, you're gonna have to have two cheat meals. Like, you're not gonna have a pizza and then go home and have a chicken rice. You're not gonna do that. So we went and found something kind of healthy. We just walked down the main road in Poland, on Warsaw somewhere, and found a kebab. So just had like two small-ish kebabs and chips. Went home and just ordered a pizza. Absolutely banging. Had a donut and some chocolate and bits and pieces as well. But that's about it. Come home. I think I had a pizza the next day, maybe. Didn't really eat much in the day. I had like whatever left in the flat, cream of rice before I left. Came back and had a takeaway. Then I was sort of in prep and I was just debating, but now we're out of it. So just back to chicken and rice, quite simply.
Fair enough. Fair
Chicken
enough.
and rice. What was your last cheat meal?
Phew. Off the top of my head, I don't even remember. Wait a minute. Shit, put me on the
You can't
spot.
remember your last cheat meal? Ain't it every week?
No, yeah, but I think I had a Nando's the other day, but that was
Oh,
my
mate.
body just does my body doesn't like Nando's. It literally went through me like no tomorrow.
Mate, if
Yeah, just
anyone's like, oh, chicken meal, let's have an Nando's, I'm like, no. I'd rather it's chicken and rice.
you know what? I like cooking my own food though. So for me, it's like I'll come home, I'll get like beef mince, get some pork mince or veal mince, mix all that up, make like a ragu, and get like 400 grams of pasta. That's dry pasta.
Mm. That's a lot of pasta.
Bro, I'm Italian. Come on, I eat a lot of pasta.
400 grams of pasta.
Yeah, I put it in. I eat out of a mixing bowl.
I'm just trying to put it into perspective, people understand. Like one of my meals, sort of not even back end of prep. It was like 50 grams raw weight pasta.
Yeah, mate. Same with me. I think H give me like 60 grams,
Yeah,
and it's like two mouthfuls. It's terrible.
yeah. You have to
But
pick the
yes,
right
like
pasta. I
yeah,
was going, you weigh it. You're like, oh, spaghetti, no, penne, no, and you've got to find the
see
right
what you get the most
one.
for.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
but yeah. So like 400 grams of pasta, and then usually I'd get like two different types of mince, make that into like a ragu, bang that on, have like 3 or 4 pieces of garlic bread. But to me, that's not a cheap meal. That's just like a nice home cooked meal. But to most people, that would be. I mean, you know what? The macros wouldn't even be that bad. It's just because there's so many grams of carbs in it.
No, see, I think the macros would be fairly bad, but the difference is, like, I think the calories might be even similar to like half a pizza or something, like 1,000 calories, let's say. But the digestion, which you're used to all that food, is gonna sit and digest properly. When you have a pizza, you got 2 days, you're backed up, having on toilet, this, that, and the other. So it's not just the macros. That's what we talk about when we talk about if it fits your macros. Like it's not just the macros that matter. It's the digestibility for you as a person, as an
Yeah.
individual.
No,
I
very
can eat a
true, very
pizza, I'm
true.
good. But other people like they're on the toilet for days.
See, it depends with me for pizzas. I'm picky about where I order pizza from, so it's one of them.
Well, where do you get them from? Oh, where don't you get them?
There's a place near me. It's called Pala, but it's none of this like
Oh, the
greasy,
sourdough, proper, yeah.
proper thin crust, proper Italian pizza. Like I can't deal with this greasy, stodgy.
See, I'm the opposite. I want Pizza Hut. That's the thickest base pizza, and it must be sprayed with some sort of oil because that shit is shiny as anything. Proper.
Do you know what though? I did have a slice of Costco pizza the other day,
Oh yeah,
and
I've
that was
seen that. I'm not tried it.
pepperoni pizza, mate. I think it's about 600 calories a slice,
What?
and
And they
it's
like a
mate.
pound or something. Two
I
quid.
think it's like £2 for a slice. You can get like an 18-inch large pizza for like a tenner, and it is like you'd love it. It's thick, like doughy,
Yeah,
just.
yeah. But it tastes
Yeah.
good.
You know what? It wasn't bad at all, to be honest. But I think that's because I'd been walking around Costco for like 2 hours,
Yeah.
so I
But I've
just wanted
seen,
food at that point.
because obviously whenever I'm in Costco, it's because you're in prep. You need to buy loads of chicken or loads of something. You like buying something in bulk. I don't really go there. But whenever you go out, you see like this food so cheap. It's like a hot dog's like 2 quid. Is a jacket potato and everything obviously looks amazing, but I've never actually tried any of it yet. But there are
Good
cookies
man.
in there. Have you had the cookies in the
I've seen
tray?
the cookies. I've seen the cookies, but
Oh mate, they are 10/10. Whenever you have a
nah,
function or anything,
there's a woman who I've got on Instagram, and I will share the plug with you with everyone. I'm a
oh I need to
cinnamon
go out. I know
I'm a
it.
cinnamon roll guy,
He's
right?
always sold
So,
out, man.
so she's this woman. So her Instagram is Cinnabox, mate. She is unreal.
He's sold out all the time.
She's unreal. Like you need to next time you're like coming up this way, come up here. I will buy you 2 boxes, and we'll do a review on the poddy of you eating these cinnamon rolls, and tell me if you find a better cinnamon roll. They are phenomenal,
Better than Cinnabon.
mate. All day.
Cinnabon bagging.
Mate, I know literally I've had people who have been to America, eaten Cinnabons, come back, had this, and be like, she wins, hands down.
Enough, I'm on
So
it.
she does like normal ones. She does like a cinnamon brown sugar, a lemon one, white chocolate pistachio, Biscoff, and
This
then a
field.
bueno. No, nah, it's the top, like the top icing's all flavored.
Okay.
But yeah,
Mate, when she's got some in stock, I'll order some.
she's unreal, mate.
But
Unreal.
sorry guys, we are all over the
Just talking
place.
about food and
Just coming
shit
back.
now.
Did you have
It's a
any
catch up.
questions or topics you wanted to discuss today?
Uh, off the top of my head, no, I haven't. You know what? This was a
Yeah.
spare of the moment thing one. It was a quick one. You were like, right, let's get back to it.
We need to get back to
So,
it. We need to get back to it. A
so,
couple people messaged like, "What's happened to the podcast?" So I'm like, "Let's do it."
yeah,
And obviously,
just
we've had a lot
sorry,
going
sorry
on,
guys. Life just got a bit hectic for the pair of
but we're
us.
back now. That's the most
We
important.
are
We're back.
back. This will be back to the weekly scheduled events.
And at worst, I was thinking at worst fortnightly. So typically it'd be every week, but if we miss one,
No, 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 no,
at
no, no, no.
least.
Let's not even put that out there. It's gonna be weekly. It's
There we
going to
go.
be weekly.
He said it. Okay.
So you can hold
Topics
me
to
to that.
discuss.
If it doesn't happen, then there will be some sort of forfeit involved for whoever doesn't. So
Cinnabon, it's not Cinnabon. Whatever
no,
next week.
I'm on about you're gonna have to come on the potty in fancy dress or something, mate.
I was going to say you have to order a box for every viewer.
Watch the views go through the roof because of that.
Exactly, exactly.
So,
I don't know. We just
any topics you wanna have a little dip the toes into?
we haven't really gone through cardio, have we? Different types of cardio and why you might have um why you might use lifts for some people, why you might use running for some people, why you might not use running for some people. Because I've had a client of mine today in prep wants to run. I'm like, I don't really want you to run, but I enjoy running.
Yeah,
Cardio is boring, but I want you, but like you're gonna run anyway. So I'm making it
yeah,
clear I don't want you to run,
but
but
yeah, you're gonna do
go
it
for it.
anyway.
Like,
Yeah,
you're gonna do it. So, and then
yeah.
she's
For me,
messaged me
it's
today. Oh, I've only gone and done my Achilles. You all right? Not badly, not badly. Luckily, not badly. But
this is the
yeah,
thing. It's picking the right modality for the right timing. I mean, if you're just an everyday gym goer and you enjoy running, it's good for you stress relief to just let your mind run. Then I'm all for it. But like you say,
That's what she is.
if
That's
you're
what
in
she is.
prep,
But she competes. Exact. But typically she's because she's new to competing, but she's past an everyday gym goer. But it's like bored. Like she's there, but she's getting bored of doing her normal cardio. She's finished her shows, and we are about, let's say, 20 weeks to the next one.
mm,
So we're in that like middle phase of we're trying to refresh, but we're trying to stay tight.
yeah,
And it's like you can get away with, different
yeah,
food
of
groups,
course.
but you can't get away with getting injured.
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, obviously it's about just being smart with modalities, I would say. So, like you say, for people who prep, you want to minimize risk. So, usually like spin bikes, ellipticals, stairmasters are all elite tools. Mate,
Even a
even a
treadmill.
rower, if you
Yeah. But a
treadmill but
treadmill,
walk,
even walking, yeah. And even actually, even if
walking,
you
I'd
run,
incline.
even if you run on a treadmill, because obviously when you see the treadmill, it takes a lot of the impact, whereas when you run on the road, the floor's not
It's
taking it.
impact through, yeah, it's you get impact through your ankles, shins, knees, hips are all like you say, and it takes one little thing. You literally step over a little lump, roll your
Yeah.
ankle, hurt your Achilles.
Yeah. And
I
I
love how
think
you didn't name her as well. You're such a nice guy.
I should name her Jules. Sorry.
Yeah.
There you go, Jules. You're famous. Because to
Yes,
fair
Jules.
play to her, she actually messaged me, was like, look, you were right, and I'm giving you the opportunity to say you told me so because you deserve it. So I was like, I give you all respect for
Yeah,
that
but you
because
don't we don't yeah we told so
I it's like a silver lining, right? Because obviously she's got injured, which is not ideal, but it could have been a lot worse, and it could have been a lot later and closer to the show. So for her to see, oh, he was right
like
now is better than to see, oh shit, we're 6 weeks out and I can't fucking walk because my ankle's done.
yeah could have ended up like you say being 2 weeks out from a show and yeah
And you're
fucking
gutted
yourself up and
then.
not being able to compete for the year.
But I think what you said earlier is about like
So, but yeah,
what you said about like the kind of the level that you train at and the goals that are in mind. So obviously, if you're gonna put all on the line and you're gonna sacrifice so much to compete on a bodybuilding stage, even if it was powerlifting or whatever it is, that you're gonna compete at this one moment and you're sacrificing food, time with friends, blah blah blah. You don't want high risk activities that might take away from it. Whereas if you're just a general gym guy and you enjoy running, okay, I got injured. Okay. Like we don't have an event that is kind of
no,
putting
it's
off. We're just like, let's
yeah,
get
we
back to it
can
as quick as we can.
you can rest, and if it was you've hurt your ankle, right? We just train up a body for the next couple of weeks. We see how you feel, and
Mm.
obviously slowly reintroduce weight bearing exercises and things
Yeah.
like that.
Because what my
But again,
concern was
like you
like, oh,
say, um,
gone.
I have I've had people who prefer doing HIIT. They're like, oh, I can't be dealing with staying on a treadmill for half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour. So they're like, oh, what can I do? All right, sweet. We'll either do skier, assault bike, or rower, and we'll do sprints.
Mm,
And we'll hit 30-second sprints, 30 seconds off, and
mm,
do 10 rounds. And they love that shit.
mm. That's what I
So
do for like a lot of my lifestyle because, but kind of for a different reason. Because obviously I don't want them to stay in the gym for an hour.
yeah, it's
We can
time
do,
constraints, yeah.
yeah, just do 10 minutes sprints, 10 minutes lifts. And after you do 10 minutes of sprints, you're like the list is going to come good because
Yeah,
if you
it's a
actually
little cool
push
down,
hard,
get your breath
yeah,
back. Yeah,
exactly.
cool down, get your breath
If
back,
you
you're
push
good.
hard, and I like to do them on the assault bike, like you mentioned, because that thing is
Oh,
brutal,
mate, it's torture. It's beautiful.
absolutely brutal. But I don't go into stop. I go 30-second sprint, 30-second cruise. So you're still actually moving,
Yeah.
and then
When I say on and off, I mean the 30 seconds is the sprint. It could be 30 seconds of just like if you're on the skier, you go 30 seconds balls to the wall, and then 30 seconds where you end up only hitting, I don't know, 6 or 7
mm,
strides through that 30 seconds. Whereas when you're hitting your sprint, you're going 20, 30,
yeah, yeah.
1 a second.
I've used that thing once to ski. Like, I went to ESN had a like team meetup, and
Yeah.
'cause ESN like first and foremost is like high roxy CrossFit. You come down this bodybuilder, and I'm like, shit, rower, skier, and all this sort of stuff. Then it was a deadlift, but they do powerlifting quite a lot as well. Deadlift competition and a strict press, shoulder press. So obviously all these guys there are like high rocks, CrossFit or powerlifters. But I did
And you're just
win.
there and you were there just to look good.
No, no, I won the thing though. I won the strict press because obviously powerlifters don't strict press,
True.
so it takes them out of yes, they're stronger than me, but only in a squat, bench, and deadlift. So you put in a
I like
different move, and like we do shoulder press. Obviously, we don't
yeah.
stand, but it's a lot closer to me sitting down pressing. I don't even know what I press at the moment, but for them, they probably never do it really. That was
That's
cool.
fair. I like that.
Um, let's touch on water. I've had a conversation. We've done it before, but getting in water, and then you get new clients, and then they like ask, "How much water should I drink?" And then obviously you tell them, and they're a bit like, "How am I supposed to
Yep.
get?"
Yep.
And it's like, yeah, where do you start? So you got
I've had a new guy come on board with me the last few like this last
how
week.
much does he weigh?
I said,
Just for like,
you what?
how much does he weigh, like in terms of size, stature, like normal?
So I think he's about 6'1", 6'2". He's about 107.
Okay, fairly big boy.
Yeah. So he's like I say, he's stocky built. Um, like he holds most of his weight around his midsection. So his first thing was I was like, right, so how much water are you drinking? He was like, I don't know, I have a busy lifestyle. So maybe I get 1.5. And I'm like, excuse me.
Yeah.
I'm like, you need a minimum for you at 3 liters. He was like, how am I meant to do that? I said, well, when you wake up, the
Drink.
easiest thing is when you wake up, you do half a liter as soon as you wake up before
Yeah.
anything
Listen,
else. Go to the toilet,
this
half a
little
liter.
bowl is half a
It's
liter. You
easy.
literally neck that done.
Yeah. And he was like, what? And I was like, half a liter in the morning. I said, and then like at work, make sure you've got either a liter bottle with you and just sip on that till it's done and then get another one or fill it up. I said, or buy yourself a big 2 liter bottle or a 3 liter bottle, whatever you can get your hands on. Keep it with you at work. Make sure that's drilled while you're at work. And then when you go home, anything extra for now is a bonus.
See, but I think these are better for people who are new to it because it's quite daunting to have a big bottle. You're drinking it and it's like it's not moving. Whereas if you get little bottles, you kind of get that reward, that instant gratification
Agreed.
of finished it. But
Agreed.
the principles are the same. Just start early, sit at
That's
the
the
desk,
main
get
thing.
in.
Like always, as soon as you wake up, that's the key. It
Yeah.
gets you going.
And the more you get in earlier in the day, the less it's going to disrupt your sleep at night.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, "Oh, I've got to go pee all the time." A lot of my clients,
Give
in
me
our
just
group chat,
1 second.
what's that?
The call coming through right now. Let me just call you back. I'm just recording a podcast. All right.
Look at this superstar. I'm not even editing this out. I'm not editing it out.
Yeah, it's fine. No.
No editing, raw, keeping it raw.
Yeah, mate, we never edit anything. It's literally
No,
just posted.
yeah, straight. But and then another thing with the water, so I agree with everything you said. And then if you're training and you're doing cardio, like I ask for all clients, like even if you're a 40 kilo female to a man, it's like 1 liter minimum while you're training. You're
Yeah,
sweating, you're moving, you're doing this and that. Your muscles need hydration to perform properly, at least the water. And you can even start drinking it before you get there with
yeah,
EAAs,
yeah.
blah blah blah. But
I,
obviously
I do like two.
hydration.
I do 2 liters whilst I train usually.
It depends where I'm at and how I feel, but at least a liter, at least. But when you're, dieting in prep, you just kind of drink a bit more.
Yeah,
Um,
on prep. I probably do more than 2 liters,
yeah.
but like at the minute, whilst training, 2 liters goes down quite easy.
Yeah, and if you get a nice EAA, it tastes nice. It's quite easy to drink.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Do you know a company that does nice EAAs or
And then
nice stuff for water?
I got Isoclear.
Yeah, I was going to say. I know they do. I know that ESN do.
We're gonna get you
The
on.
client who I was just talking about, the guy who doesn't like drinking water, I actually give him the plug for ESN from you. And he bought it's like vitamin syrups for his water.
Oh yes,
Like,
yes, 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 yes.
yeah. So he bought a couple of different flavors of that, and he said it's a lot easier for him.
Yeah. It's basically, guys, it's just squash, but it comes in a little, like Robinsons do it, I think, as well. But obviously, our
Yeah,
ones
yeah,
have vitamins in it. But it's just easy. I took them when I went to Poland because a lot of these countries don't do squash like we do. So I
yeah.
just
It's
normally pack my own because it's like it
very
just
much an
helps. There's
English
a little
thing.
squirt in there, your job done. Yeah. Um. Good one. Training intensity. So mainly with lifestyle clients or clients maybe new to whatever competing or whatever it is. They're kind of fairly new to taking training seriously. So I always get them to send me a training video, and I always find the the form and stuff fine. It's like it's fine, but the intensity is not there. And you go, okay,
Yeah.
cool, 10. Cool. They're not saying it, but you can see, boom, 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 10 reps it must be, or whatever it says, and they just put it back. What's your take?
Yeah. So I get what you're saying with this. There is, I think, until you become before you, when you become comfortable in the gym, I think that's when you start realizing that you could train harder. Your intensity could be more. Like you don't have to push the weights massively, but it's when you start getting a little bit more knowledge in the gym. I think that's where people's intensity starts to pick up. That's what I found with my guys. It's as they become a little bit more knowledge and they understand obviously how to do the exercise properly. Like you say, form's fine, but like you say, some of the time they're just
Mm.
yeah, they're
But
good. 10 reps.
form's also always going to be fine when you send me a video of like an easy set. Do you know what I mean? So, because I can show you a set of like a squat at 60, perfect, or still wasn't perfect for me, but as soon as I put, 140 on there,
Yeah,
everything's out the window because your body starts to use different muscles to move this weight.
stabilize and help.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Whereas
I think, like you
that's
say,
what
I
you
think
want to see.
that comes with the mindset as well. Like when they realize that they need to push themselves, and they realize that they can push themselves further than they think.
Yes, it's actually believing. It's a what you said, 100% right of it. They look at it, put a plate on, and like, I can't lift anymore. I'm just gonna sit there. That feels hard. I'm done. But I find when they train with someone else, and not like me, like let's say they're a female, they train with a male, because obviously the numbers are like so far away. But if they train with another, let's say a female who's a bit more experienced, a similar size as well, and she's like, oh, she's got double or triple the plates on. I'm gonna push a bit more. And it's like, oh, I can do it.
Yeah,
Like seeing your coach
massively.
do it and stuff is like it doesn't really do the same thing.
No, I agree with that. Definitely, like you say, either with training partners or when they've seen something, and they. I think the main thing with most new people to the gym is when they see a number of a weight, they straight away their brain clicks to what they know that weight is. So if they turn around and it's like that's 60 kilos, and they're like, oh well, so and so weighs 60 kilos, I could never lift that,
Mm.
and it's they get fixated on the weight, or they'll try and pick up a 60 kilo dumbbell and think I could never squat that, but then when
Mm.
it's put on a bar, and obviously it's completely different. Like
It's that
the gravitational pull and everything is completely different. So therefore, obviously, and as well, you're not trying to grip hold of it. You're using the strongest muscles in your body to move it.
there's
So again,
nothing worse than dead weight. Like picking up a human being, like the weight's all
I don't know. You've
it's
been picking
not.
up dead people or something, mate.
You pick me up and I'm like, I got my big ass head, that's 20 kilos, and then my legs will be less, and my upper
Slamming.
body's gonna be like 70 kilos, and my legs are gonna be 20, so it's gonna be all over the place. So it feels different. Whereas obviously a bar is even, you lock in under there, um, you prepare mentally underneath the bar. I hurt my back the other day. Guess what I was doing?
Go
Like I
on.
proper hurt my back, like worse than I've done, I can't remember for years.
What was you doing?
I picked up my son's toy. Like not even a big toy, just bent over. And obviously, because it's so small and light, I'm not thinking, oh, let me bend my legs. Da, da, da. It's when you're doing those
You
little
just
things, it's just back, like literally. I was like, Mrs., you need to pick him up out the bath because I can't pick him up. Like, not right now. I might drop him. So let me just, yeah, yeah, one of them.
like I felt a bit of a twinge in my back the other day, but that was because I was with my little one and we were at some little farm and he was seeing a couple of animals. He was off, so I had to run after him and try and pick him up on the run. Yeah, wasn't the best idea.
Mate, that reminds me of soft play when mine was a bit smaller and I might go in by myself.
Yeah.
Mate, and I got to go through these like
Yeah,
obviously,
this is me cracking, hitting your head off
yeah,
everything.
you can't even fit. Like, can I fit through? Like the two spinny ball, like puck
The
things, yeah.
rollers.
And you're like,
Yeah.
I go, oh
And
mate,
you have to like push one of them. You can feel them bend so you can try and wedge
yep.
through. And then literally you'd be sitting there holding your head after it, and these little kids are just walking past you like, yep,
And then
trust
he
me.
just go again. I'm like,
Yeah. Or the my little one, it was his thing was he wanted me to get down the slide with him, but my ass didn't fit on the slide. So I'd have to
in a
like
fit in the
sit
gap.
sideways, go down the slide. But now he's at an age where like he's now confident enough to go down the slide on his own. So I just
Yeah,
hold his arm, then let him go. And straight away, I'll turn around and look at me, come straight back up the stairs, and that's it. Wants to
yeah.
keep going. And then
That's
when
what
he's
I
done,
know.
he'll be like, grab my arm when he's done. He'll point where he wants to go, and off we
Wait,
go.
mine would have done like half an hour, if not longer. Like just go down and around,
Yeah.
round, around, and I got to a point. I was like,
Then
I saw
that's the
him.
same as what you do in the gym, though. You literally pick up dumbbells, push them up and down,
Yeah,
sit your ass back down. You do that for 2 hours,
you
but he
like what
wants
you
to do
like, right?
it
Yeah, you like what you like. Why am I going to
exactly.
go and do something else? I like this. I'm happy here. So I'm like, you know what, sweet, but I'm not following you around. I'm just going to stay at the top or at the bottom. Crack on, mate.
Love it.
But yeah,
Absolutely.
trying to think of any other topics before we go. Oh, well, it's a random one. Um, like gym wear in the gym. I can't remember what gym I went to. I went in there, I'm like, right, your trainer's 150 quid, brand new, fresh. You got like this fresh Gym Shark outfit. And I'm there like, um, this is my old t-shirt that's just big and I like it because it's comfortable. These shorts probably got a little bit of a hole somewhere. I'm just like, my trainers, I normally have like okay trainers. That's like I like trainers, but other than
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
and it's not my £150 trainers that are in the gym, unless they're like running trainers or something like that. But
yeah,
these lot
yeah.
were in like TNs and I don't even know. I can't even
Nah,
keep up.
no,
I'm old.
TM's not for gym. So like, if it's
And what
leg
about
day,
Crocs? We've done Crocs, haven't we?
yeah, no, don't fuck Crocs.
But go through gym
I'm
wear
Bir-
first.
I'm Birkenstocks, bro. I'm Birkenstocks, not Crocs.
It's the same thing.
Man,
You're just
no,
bougie.
they're not. They're man Crocs, not kids Crocs.
Just bougie. I got the
But
UGG
yeah,
versions actually.
for training wise, I usually just wear like dunks, flat.
Hmm. Oh,
So and
they're
then
not fresh, brand new,
they're worn every day. And then the only other trainers that I usually get that'll be fresh are usually I usually wear like Metcons for leg day.
but they're for the gym. They're gym shoes. That's fine.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
but yeah, none of this TNs, anything like that. Nah,
Because
not a
it's
chance.
like it's become a fashion show to be in the gym rather than. So these people are having a fashion show rather than just training hard.
Yeah. I wear like oversized t-shirts, like all gym brands, all that sort of thing. But yeah, just I'm not spending £200 on a pair of trainers to wear them in the gym.
I'm not even spending like £30 on a t-shirt to wear to a gym. I'm not doing it. And that's so standard now, and it sounds so fucking cheap. But I'm not spending £30 on a t-shirt to wear in the gym. No.
James is looking for a clothing sponsor, guys. Somebody find him one.
Anyone, yeah, I could do with one. I could
Yeah,
do.
you know what, my thing is I've got a thing for dark sport. You know what, I lived in America, and that when they first become a brand, and like their clothing though, it's you can wear it in the gym and out of the gym. That's why I like it. It is good, but again, for like gym clothing, I have like Vanquish and stuff like that. I know the guys at Vanquish, they make good products.
I buy that stuff. I just don't wear it in the gym. Probably
Why?
sounds stupid. I just wear it because obviously I coach, so I don't have to wear uniform anywhere. I don't have to wear like I literally don't wear normal clothes at all. So if I'm
Yeah,
going to
I love the fact that you call it normal clothes as well, because I do that.
yeah,
Like normal people clothes to me is like jeans and a
yeah.
nice t-shirt, a pair of trainers. I hardly ever wear normal people clothes.
First time I wore jeans, I think this year was yesterday. But I was probably supposed to wear like smart clothes. So my niece had a christening. I was like, "Ah, I'm stepping it up. I'm not in a tracksuit, but I'm not putting on trousers and stuff. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I had to wear obviously my training partner got married
Yes,
two weeks
yes.
ago now. Was it 3 weeks ago? So I had to have the whole suited and booted.
That's
That was that,
different. That's
that
different.
was the first no, that was the first time wearing like a
Yeah.
suit in a long time. But you know what? Felt good to get
Yeah.
dressed up and not be in like well, gym clothes for us, but it's
Did you
like
wear
normal clothes.
trainers?
Do you know what? He wore trainers on the night. He had
See,
custom made trainers for the evening. Him and his wife, they both had dunks made, and then on the back it had Mr. and Mrs., which were pretty cool.
that's what I
But
like. Nice,
that's because
nice
both
fitted
both of
suit.
them both of them have got like obviously she'd got heels, he'd got some nice shoes.
Yeah, yeah.
But by the time the evening comes, they're both like, "Get me out of these fucking
Soon as the
shoes."
wedding's over, we're out of the church,
Is it straight
fling
into the
them in the
trainers?
car.
They
That's it.
were, mate.
That's it.
But yeah,
But
we need some questions for next week's guys.
yes, yes,
So
yes.
topics, anything like that. I've got a couple of ebooks that I released one which is on high protein foods and a couple of recipes. So if you've got any other
Hang on,
ideas,
hang on, hang on. Where can they find that?
this will be the link in my bio on my Instagram. So we'll drop that on the story on the poddy. I've got a couple more coming out about just the basics of progressive overload and things like that. But if you've got
Right.
any topics that you want me and the big guy to go over, Let us know.
I released a fat loss guide yesterday as well. So I links in my bio. So maybe we can just put the links on the other pod on our
Yeah,
progress
yeah.
perfection
Or
podcast.
maybe we do it. We'll do it like a joint link tree, and you want to go on there, get on
Yeah,
there, and
just click it, download it, and enjoy. And if any questions come up from that, please do send it our way. Today was very last minute, and it was very
it's
fluent.
just a catch. Yeah, it's a catch up.
It was very fluent, but I think people would enjoy it. So, been a pleasure. Will be planned. So, any questions, ping them across next week. We'll get through those. And yeah, other than that, we'll catch you next week. Later, guys.
Peace.
Cool. Ooh, and.